Welcome back to SHRDC YouTube, where we share the latest in automation, solar, soft skills, and technical trainings to help you get ahead in your industry. This is part 2 of a 3-part series where we interview the leaders at SHRDC on their insights into the industry. Today, we have the management lead of SHRDC, Ms. Rachel Toh, to share with us on number 1, the importance of DEI and mental health in 2025. Number 2, how can I get a better job opportunity this year? And number 3, what she sees happening in the workplace with AI and automation coming into the frame. All in this interview, there's a lot to unpack, so let's get to it. So Rachel, what are your thoughts on DEI, especially as we move into 2025?
DEI, which stands for Diversity, Equity and Inclusivity, is very important as we enter into 2025, as we realize that more and more women and more of the less privileged are getting into the workplace. So we have to be more mindful of them and create jobs that will be suitable for them.
Okay, this next question actually is not in this one, but it's just something very recently that happened. Donald Trump, the US, there have been, so usually the Western sets the precedent for Asian countries. He's been trying to get rid of DEI policies in the workplace. How would that actually affect us?
In my opinion, DEI is still very important because in today's world, right, with one income, let's say one spouse is working and the other spouse is not working, right, the income is not sufficient to be sustained. So, the wife have to come out to work. But then when the wife come out to work, we have to think of the children. So if an employer can, put into a plan or place how to help, women come back to work, or the less privileged come back to work, where they have, stations that is more suitable for the less fortunate, or some organization having a baby care center or flexible work arrangement, that will be very great. Yeah.
And especially if you talk about manufacturing companies, sometimes flexible work arrangement probably might not be the only option, right? So what are other things that companies can do, especially where you are jobs where people require to be physically present in their workplace?
Yeah. For job that is physically required at the workplace, for example, let's say you are an operator and you need to fix, the circuit board, or you need to do packaging. I mean, there is no choice, that is part of your job task. However, the HR or the company can be more mindful in setting up maybe more rest areas or more job rotation, job scheduling, so that people will get, to have some rest, or, they can have time off, as in 1 hour, 2 hours, for people to go out and come back again. Yeah.
If you're allowed to share, which companies that you have done, that SHRDC has actually completed these projects with, that have now have very inclusive policies and also a very inclusive workplace?
One of the prominent clients that we have worked with to encourage and to start a DEI journey is a large semiconductor factory in Sungai Way. And I believe that company have put in efforts and thoughts into having a inclusive environment, for their workers from down to top.
Right, so another thing about DEI and also talking about flexible work arrangement is about employees' well-being. I think you mentioned having rest place and everything. How does that equate into this whole having a better mental health for your workplace and also getting the best of your employees?
Yeah. So for myself, I'm a firm believer of positive psychology, and in my workplace, I have been given the opportunity to study and learn about this program called the Orange Frog about a decade ago. So a decade ago, I got the opportunity to read up what is positive psychology and to read up what is the Orange Frog program, right? So that was the first seed that planted in me that, in whatever we do, right, we need to be very positive, right? And how can we be very positive? So Sean Acker has 7 principles where we follow, and it helps to program your mind so that every day you can be more positive, you can send more gratitudes to people and so on. All right. And in his research, and it's science-based research, that means it's proven that if people, they are more positive, they are more well-being, balanced and so on, right, their lifestyle or their life improves, the productivity at work also improves. And these are with scientific records and so on. Yeah.
I think the one thing about positivity that is nice to have, but I think with companies, once we are chasing KPIs and bottom lines, how can leaders still stay positive and keep the positivity there, especially when deadlines are coming and KPIs are about to be hit?
So first thing is, leader also needs to walk the talk. So the leader also must portray, and consciously they have to remember every day, to bring out the positive in them, so that the others can see. Because whatever we do or whatever we walk or do, right, it attracts other people. Right, so that is one thing we need to do. And of course, when your staff are more well rested, and their mental health is being taken care, such as we conduct group activities, we bring them out for sports, we have a chit chat, we have a meal together, right? All these things, though you think is normal, but actually it does help indirectly. It does help into one person's wellness. Yeah.
How can SHRDC be positioned to actually help a company? Let's say they're looking to actually make the company more inclusive and have a better workplace.
Well, there are many ways we can do staff engagement. And when we do staff engagement, we can look into the mental well-being, we can look into the physical well-being. So there's no one rule to go, but for SHRDC, we are very rooted into the Orange Frog program. We always try to encourage our staff first to attend this training, to learn what is this Orange Frog about. And then we try to implement into their day-to-day job, and help the staff to apply what is the ripple effect, how can I send gratitude, how can I think positive in every situation. Yeah.
Right. So how do you see the future of work in the next 5 to 10 years, with all the AI and all this thing, Industry 4.0 coming into the forefront?
In the next 5 years, I believe we are shifting into what we call the digital economy, meaning that the new so-called workplace, right, will be very digitally driven, whereby one would need to know and use AI in their workplace. It's not AI replacing their work, but how to use AI in the workplace, how to use certain digital things like data analytics and so on into the workplace. So this will complement to make their work easier and probably more productive.
And I think there's a lot of shortage in terms of these skilled professionals, especially most of us don't learn this coming out of our education. How are ways that we can upskill ourselves, and what areas should we look into upskilling?
Yeah, definitely there is a huge shortage, and this really goes back into some of our education system. But from the statistics that I see, right, current graduates that come out, they do not have the industry skills. The industry wanted certain skills from the fresh graduates. There is a gap in them. And how do we know this? Is because when industry wanted to recruit personnel, or they wanted to recruit, right, they realized that, hey, they don't fit my JD because there is a gap in between what they have studied in university and what the industry really wants. So this gap, right, SHRDC come in as a bridge. All right, we come in as a bridge, and because we know what the industry wants, and we will upskill them. So let's say if I have a technical degree in IT, I will upskill. Upskill means you learn more about IT stuff. Upskill for you to meet the industry's needs, so that after this bridging program, you can go into the workplace. All right. Some will be like, maybe unfortunately you studied arts, or you studied something that you feel that you cannot get employment and you want to reskill. So you could be reskilling to a new area, reskilling to learning a new technology. So this is how we come in as well. But of course, to reskill may take a longer time as compared to an upskill.
Right.
All right. So these are some of the things that we do to help fresh graduate so that they could easily enter into the workplace.
Not just only fresh graduates, I think I want to ask, if let's say I'm someone who's already in the workforce, like you said, I want to switch paths or upskill, how can we actually reach out to the SHRDC to?
You can come to SHRDC anytime. We welcome people. We have in the past, during COVID time, there are many people who lost their work and also people who got retrenched. And also nowadays, the retirees, when they retire at 55 or 60, right, they still want to work. But they want to adapt into this digital workplace, right? So they come to SHRDC. So they learn things, skills training, technical training that will help them, get skilled fast, and then they get placement eventually. Yeah. So you can contact us.
And usually with this, I think we need to manage expectations also a bit. With this, if you take it upskilling, does it mean that you will, get a promotion in your work, or that you actually get a higher salary somewhere, or can you use this as a negotiating tool for your job?
Well, a lot of people have this misconception that, if I study this, I should get promoted. Or if I get upskilled with SHRDC, I should get X dollar amount of salary. Actually, the biggest investment one person can make is to yourself. Invest in yourself all the time. Be curious to learn, be wanting to learn more things. It's actually for your own good, because once you have your own knowledge of skills, knowledge and cut this part. So when one person is equipped with the knowledge, skills, and you have a mindset of curiosity and continuous learning, right, you will definitely be able to land a job or be good at your job eventually. So when you know your value, right, that's when you are able to.
For that.
You didn't have a.
Yeah, then only you ask for the promotion, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And I think last question is probably looking forward, how can leaders, get the best out of the employees, or even, encourage the employees to attend this, or even your organization? How can they do?
Yeah, so coming back to the mindset, I have met a lot of people and they always tell me, I do not want to go for training. And I said, why? Because my company will bond me, but I will tell them, as I mentioned, the biggest investment you can do for yourself is you yourself go and learn. What is a bond to you? If that course really can make a change in your career, let's say if you go for this MBA, or maybe you go for a data analytics program, you learn something new, but that could help in your career, what is that bond to you? And furthermore, the company is paying for you to attend the training. You're not even putting out your money. So you should always think that going for training is really good for you. Selangor Human Resource Development Center is a training and talent development center. Some of the programs such as Think on Your Feet, the Orange Frog program, Women in Leadership, or leadership courses are suitable for you. You can come and discuss and talk with us so that we could provide this course for your organization or even for yourself. Besides this, SHRDC do offer courses in the technical areas such as in renewable energy, in Malaysian smart factory, that means how to make your factory become a smart factory, go into digitalization, some ICT training and footwear training, how to make shoes and produce shoes. Here are some of our training programs.
All right, so we're going to talk about one trend, especially now 2024, 2025, is AI, and it's more and more prevalent in the workplace. What are your thoughts on those? What do you see happening in the workplace right now?
Yeah, as an employer, right, a couple of times, I will just share some situations, right. for me, I do receive a lot of resumes from job applicants who wants to work in SHRDC. And when I open up their email and also their resume, their profile, right? Like the cover letter, I can see that they use ChatGPT to write it. Okay? And the worst thing is they just copy and paste. They don't even read it through, because at the end, right, when ChatGPT says replace here with your photo, the text came out replace with your photo, and the person didn't actually replace the photo. So it's like, hey, how come you are actually applying for a job? Don't you need to be a little bit more serious? At least you edit and read.
Make it proofread it.
Yeah,
Right?
proofread it, before you send to us. So for me, when I see such thing, maybe you are a good candidate. When I see such thing, it's like, no, I already put you into the trash bin.
It shows the effort and the attention to detail that you put into your work.
Yeah, exactly. And other situation is also like my colleagues too. I believe they use ChatGPT. They use ChatGPT to do their PowerPoint slides or their proposals. And sometimes I throw back the proposal to them. I say, wow, you use such big words. Do you even know how to pronounce it or not? And it's like, okay. Then they will reread or redo, and then they proofread it. So I would say that ChatGPT is a tool, but we must know how to use the tool properly. The tool can be your guide, but after that, please do some proofreading. Please see whether it aligns to your points or the message that you want to bring out across.
If this video brought you any value, don't forget to like and subscribe to us, as well as follow us on all our social media platforms where we share the latest happenings in the industry. And if you'd like to see our training and programs, go to our website at shrdc.org.my for the latest. Till next time, see you guys.